So I think we are live at the moment. Welcome to our regular Sunday 7 p.m. Show, which I do on every Sunday 7 p.m. And this is normally to hang out with you guys. And if you have any question, you can put them inside the chat and make sure you put Q in the front. So we'll know this is not a side conversation. This is the question that you are asking, and you can ask any question. Myself, Zansha, as most of you know, and you know Taimur is with me. Most of you know Taimur as well. Uh, Taimur is an accountant, is a senior accountant from Osome. So if you have any bookkeeping or any tax-related question, you can ask that as well inside the chat. So in general, this video is this live stream is sponsored by Osome. Osome is market leading solution for your bookkeeping and your accounting purposes. So if you sell on eBay, if you sell on Amazon, if you sell on Shopify, obviously it is a legal requirement to have a bookkeeping and records for sales and anything you buy or any expenses. And it's a legal requirement to do the tax return at the end of every financial year as well. And if you qualify and cross the VAT threshold, so doing your VAT returns is also a legal requirement. And Osome is a very specialized when it comes to doing bookkeeping or when it comes to doing your accounting, especially for e-commerce. So the link for that is inside the description. You can directly go to osome.com as well. I'm absolutely fine with it. But if you click on the link in the description, you will get £100 off from services that you buy from Osome. Along with that, they have many other services like company formation as well. So depending on what you need, at what level you are, you can book a free consultation call and then you can take it from there as well. So that part is out of the way. Hira iPad is asking, is it live? Of course, it is live. I mean, on Sunday especially, like if I say live, it is live. I don't do recorded stuff if I'm not, if whatever it will say on the tin, it will be like that as well. So Taimur, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. And thank you for having me again on one of your Sunday sessions.
Did I miss anything in your introduction?
No, that was quite detailed, and thank you for that. As you said, Osome is awesome, and it's working towards making your life awesome by automating and easing the work of business and especially online sellers to make your data free of hassle and easy to read and understand, so that you can make more good decisions for your business.
So we have a couple of people inside the chat putting the question inside already. We have Amrit, we have Wahid, we have a Hira iPad also inside the chat as well. Along with other people going to pop up, they put their question inside the chat. Put your question inside the chat. We will try to go through each and every one, as many we can. First of all, Taimur, I hit 7,000 subscriber this week as well.
Congratulations.
So I might have to pat myself on the back for that. Anyway, just kidding. I just want to take a moment to thank you to each and everyone who really thought it's worth subscribing to this channel. And the way I think about it most of the time is, imagine putting 7,000 people together at one place. Like 7,000 people, they thought that it's worth subscribing to this channel as well. And also on the second channel, which is more like a behind the scene kind of vlog style channel, we cross over 3,000 on that as well. So that's happened all in this week. Really happy about it. Taimur, question for you, very off topic. What's your favorite dish?
That's a difficult one. I think I have a very normal taste there because I love biryani, as everyone else does.
Okay.
But a very different thing is keema aloo. I don't know if anyone mincemeat and potatoes. That's one of my favorites as well.
We are actually cooking keema aloo today. It is just right. It is in the cooking process. My wife in the kitchen cooking keema aloo today.
Nice, nice, nice.
So after you finish this live session, you're more than welcome to come over for dinner.
I
That's
will definitely take you on that.
yeah. I I really like I do like biryani as well. But if I go for my favorite like number one dish, that would be uh, okra and chicken. Bindi and chicken is my favorite one.
That's good. Good taste.
Always. They taste really well together as well, and I can have them like every single day. That's not really something. Carol is saying her favorite dish is tikka masala, which
Carol, you have a
is
great choice there. Yeah, I really like your
yeah.
choice. Yes.
I also like tikka masala as well. Uh, on the more other side of it, like if I talk about like meat or anything, I like barbecue. Like I can have anything which is grilled. I love to have those things as well. That's a bit off topic. I hope I mean put your favorite dish inside the comments as well, and along with if you have any questions uh, to to sell on eBay, to sell on Amazon, any question. I just want to encourage you that no question is small, stupid, or if you think like what they're gonna think about me, nothing like that. No judgments. Put any question inside the comments, and we will be more than happy to answer that as well. Uh, there are some changes coming into effect from 1st of July, I think,
Yes. Awesome.
when it comes to especially, I think these are Brexit related. So when it comes to doing so shipping the stuff or starting a business inside the Europe as well. So first question I will ask, like, if a seller, for example, is based in UK and they want to ship something to Europe, what are the changes that they have to they're gonna come into effect from 1st of July?
Okay. Now to answer this question, I'll probably have to go a lot more in detail. So I'll try to be as short as possible. But look, when on 1st of January 2021, when Brexit happened, things changed a lot. So we couldn't send our goods anymore. We're not a part of single market anymore. So before, obviously, as soon as you received an order on any of your online platform, you just send it over and record all of your taxes in UK. There was no hassle. 1st of January came and Brexit happened. Everything changed. So to understand what's now changing in July, you need to understand what's changed so far. So currently there are three ways that you can send goods into UK, into Europe. So the first is that you declare the importer of goods, the person who is receiving your goods, so the end buyer. When you do that, the end buyer receives the good, but they have to pay the import VAT and declare the customs. Obviously, imagine someone knocking at your door. Here's your parcel, but before I give it to you, give me another £20 or €20
Yeah.
and fill this form up. No one loved it. Everyone despite it, and 30% of the UK's export came back in initial January. Second option is that if your operation is quite big and you really want to tap onto that Europe market, you send a bulk of your goods into Europe and register for one of the countries where you have registered yourself, like you stored your goods in, for example, Germany. Then from Germany, you sell to the rest of the Europe. That was the second option. And there was a third option where you pay extra money to your exporter, like your shipping company, and they used to do it on your behalf, but that was very expensive as well. So those were the three options. Again, they were expensive. They were quite hectic in terms of paperwork and VAT registration and all that. Now all of that is now changing from 1st of July. So one of the rules is that you can send your goods into Europe if they are less than £22 or €22, and they can clear the customs without any hassle. If
Okay.
it's more than €22, then you have to register in the country or use the three options I just mentioned. Now that's being replaced by something called IOSS. Sorry, Zen, you were saying something.
No, no. You were actually going to discuss that. So €22 did you send? But
22 euros.
you have to fill up the custom declaration form for each and everything that you send to Europe now.
Yes,
Okay,
for
but
anything now after Brexit, you have to fill the forms and do the import VAT because there's a border now. There's a big line.
so if the price for the item is less than €22, then there won't be any import VAT. it will just go through with just the custom declaration form.
Just
If
about
the
it.
item is more than 22, you was going to tell three options for that as well. So you
Yeah, so the
continue
three
on that
options that I
one.
just mentioned, those are the three
Okay.
options. And you make the buyer the importer of goods, or you register yourself in the country you're
Self.
sending the goods, or get the shipping company to do it on your behalf. But as I said, all of that is now changing. The new rules being applied, and the first new rule is IOSS registration. Now, again, it's a very big topic, and there needs to be big understanding on it. But the simple understanding is you can now register for IOSS and send your goods to the anywhere in Europe from UK. The only condition now is rather than 22 euros, the condition is 150 euros.
Okay.
So just bear in mind that there's no more limitation. Everything that you send to Europe now will be subject to import VAT and customs. But if your goods are less than 150 euro, then you can register for IOSS, which is one registration, and do your submissions for VAT and do your declaration for VAT through that and supply to rest of the Europe with only one condition, that it should be less than 150 euro. Now, inside that as well, there are two more other options. Is that if you're using your own website or online platform, then you have to do this. But if you're using Amazon, eBay, or any other marketplace, then
They will.
they will provide you the iOS number. You do not have to do anything. So this is a good win for UK, because now
Okay.
you can start sending goods to Europe if you're on a marketplace without having to register.
So marketplace will be responsible to provide you the numbers and everything. What was the EORI number which they used to mention that before? It's a really confusing. I mean, things. I mean, is the seller have to register for EORI number as well?
So up until now, yes. If you were to send goods into Europe, either you're sending in bulk or sending it to your customer and declaring VAT yourself, you needed an EORI number to declare on your customs. Now all of that will go. Now you need a new number, which is called, as I said, IOSS number, either your own or a marketplace IOSS number. If it's more than 150 euro, then you will use EORI number because you will be VAT registered. But less than 150, yours or marketplace IOSS number.
That will cover it. Okay. So anybody who is selling on eBay wanna ship their parcel to Europe as well. So they're gonna be using eBay numbers and they're gonna fill up all the things from there as well. From
Yes.
the Amazon side of it, obviously, if they send it to Amazon, gonna work on same similar to as well. But if you want to have like a goods, if you want, let's say I sell on Amazon.co.uk now and I want to start selling in Europe as well, what would be the best option for me in that case?
Okay, so again, similar thing. If you're doing a drop shipping model, which is when you get an order, you then send one of the goods to one of your European customers. Then, as I mentioned, IOSS import, import OSS. Okay, so import one stop shop. So you just use that, and you use Amazon's or eBay IOSS, and you're done. But if you want to send your goods into one of the European countries and then use Amazon FBA in the rest of the Europe, then
Yeah.
you need to register for the country that you want to first of all store goods in. So for example, you select Germany, you will need to personally register in for Germany's local VAT, send your goods
Okay.
there, and then you're done. From there, Amazon will start selling goods to the rest of the Europe and start fulfilling your items. Just to understand, currently the situation is that when you do that and send your goods into Germany, from Germany to the rest of the Europe, there's a distance selling threshold, which
Okay.
starts from 35,000 euro to 100,000 euro, which means that, for example, from Germany, you send to France and the threshold is 35. As soon as you go above that, you need to register for VAT in that country. You cannot send goods
In that
anymore.
country as well.
In
Okay.
France as well. So if you
Hmm.
reach that threshold, you need to register in that country. However, from 1st of July, that's all gone. So now
Okay.
what they're saying, they're making it much more easier for us. They're saying you cannot send any goods to any of the European part if you register for Germany, because everything will now be subject to import VAT. However, register yourself for OSS, and we will and declare all of your goods in one return, which means all you need is Germany VAT for storing goods in that, and one OSS registration, and then you can sell to the rest of the Europe without any more restrictions. But one more thing, if you're on Amazon or eBay on a marketplace, then they will take care of it. You just need one registration.
If you don't want to, so for example, I have a limited company which I sell on Amazon FBA in the UK now. If I need to sell in Germany, I can use the same limited company, but I have to apply for VAT number inside the Germany, and then I will be able to send my goods. Before, there was a distance selling threshold. So for example, I want to sell from Germany to France, then there is a certain amount that I can use, but that old threshold is gone now. Like
One.
that is completely. So what I mean, I don't have international selling experience. You deal with many sellers as well. If somebody want to expand their business and want to hit on a European market as well, what would be the best country in that case, like where the laws are flexible and things are easy to start with?
Look, Europe is now becoming very unified. Before there was a lot of issues. Different countries have different, registration requirements. You needed a fiscal representation. You needed thresholds and all of that stuff. Now, majority of that is gone. So all you need is one country registration and then OSS on top for the rest of the Europe. But there's still some restriction in some countries. So I think Spain still needs someone local to do your VAT return stuff like that. So far, what we've seen is Germany is the best because the road system for the rest of Europe is really good. They don't require any fiscal representation, so you can literally use your UK accountant to register in Germany and send your goods there. And Germany FBA works really well as well. So the orders from there fulfilled are done in a very short span rather than the rest of the countries. So use Germany for your local registration and then OSS on top.
And obviously, the Germany is also the biggest marketplace inside the Europe as well in the terms of sales. So making your kind of another base inside the Germany would be very ideal if somebody want to go through expand their business to the Europe as well.
Yeah.
Uh, is there any other changes that we need to be aware of?
Yes, as I said, there are quite a few new rules that have come out. I mentioned IOSS for importers. I mentioned OSS for within the Europe. There's something new called special arrangement that's being introduced as well. And what that means is you don't need to register for OSS or IOSS if your goods are less than 150 pounds. Euro. Sorry, I keep messing that up. If your goods are less than 150 euros, get your
It's sorry, just to say it's not your fault. It's the European. They like to keep the things this way all the time. So even though there is a one rule in a place, then every country have their own variation. But that's it's always confusing to understand. It's not your it's not
no.
easy to explain.
Thank you for that. But the good thing is that this is what they're doing. This is I think they probably understood the same, and they're trying to unify this whole situation. So the third option I mentioned was spatial arrangement, where what you do is you ask the buyer to pay the VAT, import VAT, to you as a seller, and you will pay this to the shipment company, and they will do all the declaration, and they have to do VAT registration and submission of it. So again, another easy way out of this is by getting yourself involved into special arrangement. um, but just bear in mind, if you're on a marketplace, trust me, your life has become a lot more easier if you want to continue selling in Europe, with a condition of selling in less than 150 euro for each item. If you're selling on your own, then there are some other rules, but we can discuss that in detail.
So 150 is for each consignment. That's not the total threshold. For each consignment that you want to send, that would be £150.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I'm a seller I'm a seller, and someone came to my eBay or Amazon and bought something from me. The total value of my goods, like if someone got 10 items from me and they were all together 80 euro, that's one consignment, and that can be applied under this new rule.
That's what I was thinking another day for the people who are selling internationally. Uh, Amazon doesn't have something like this, but they have obviously expanded in many other categories. eBay came up with something called eBay Global Shipping Program. So eBay Global Shipping Program, the way it works, they have their fulfillment center in UK. Any times when a buyer will order something from Spain or wherever the global shipping program is, it's in many countries now. You don't have to ship an item directly to the buyer. You ship it to the fulfillment center to eBay, and they take care of the customs. They take care of each and everything. So once you receive order from an international buyer, they will just ask you to send the order to to the local fulfillment center, and then they will take care of rest. So anybody who sells on eBay, that would be I believe it would be the very best choice for them to do at this moment. Uh, okay, just if you have a question, just put them inside. I'm just gonna take a couple of questions, and then I will take it from there. So Amrit is saying, I want to sell in Europe, Germany, and Italy. What's the process, for example, VAT, and how does it affect my accounting?
So Amrit, if you are selling, as I said, you need to decide what your business model will look like. So if you want to sell when you receive an order and then ship it, each item or each order itself, then you will have to use eBay's IOSS number and just fill out the forms, custom form, and then use the number and just send your goods with the condition that they're less than 150 euro. If it's more than 150 euro, then each country that you're sending, like Germany or Italy, you have to register for VAT in their country or make the end user the importer of goods and declare it to your buyer that they have to do the registration. They have to pay the import VAT.
Amrit, he sells on Amazon FB as well. So I think his more question would be like if he want to send the goods to Germany or Italy, uh, and he have a limited company in UK. So what would be the process like if he want to start in Germany or Italy? He sells on Amazon, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, so for him, what the situation is that send a bulk of goods to Germany, but for that, register for Germany VAT first. Get your EORN number for Germany and send a bulk of goods. Either wherever your supplier are, don't get the goods into UK. Just send it directly to Germany, Amazon FBA, the warehouse. Once you've registered, you can sell locally in the Germany anywhere. Then you will start selling into Italy. Remember, from 1st of July, there will be no distance selling threshold. So there's no limit. From one sale, you will have to register for VAT in Italy and start doing Italy's VAT. But in replacement of doing this individually, you can just simply register for OSS. So, and then fulfill your goods for Italy. But if you're on Amazon, right? So you don't need to register for OSS. You will use Amazon OSS to fulfill your Italy's orders, basically. So all you need to do for Amazon is just literally register for Germany and send your goods there and do your quarterly Germany VATs. Amazon will take care of the rest.
The next question came from Wahid. He's saying, I do sell on Amazon. Amazon charge a VAT on every order. My question is it worth registering own VAT in order to save some money? I'm not sure. Taimur, did you get the question?
Yeah. So I don't know if you're talking just about UK or Europe here as well, but just to
Yeah,
give you some
that's
context.
what I was thinking as well.
Okay, so let's talk about both. So if you're just in UK, and if Amazon will only charge VAT on your behalf if you are VAT registered as well. But if you're doing in Europe as well, then Amazon will definitely charge VAT because obviously that's the new requirement. So regardless of what they do, you have to be VAT registered so that because it's you selling your products on Amazon. So you have to register for VAT. And then in terms of benefits, anything that you have paid VAT on, so for example, your accountancy fees, your bills, fulfillment centers, even the products that you've bought, you paid import VAT or you've paid your local supplier VAT, you can claim all of that back. So for you, what I will say is that Amazon is already charging VAT on your sales. It's first of all, it's a legal requirement for you too as well. Secondly, anything that you are paying, you cannot claim all of that back. So it will be financially beneficial for you anyways.
This is the question is saying, what if I'm a private seller and sell the goods to EU? Do I need to get IOSS, and how can I get it? IOSS number. So first of all, Timur, I would like to address something here a little bit. Uh, Having a private account or business account on eBay got nothing to do with your tax or got nothing to do with the HMRC or VAT or anything. This is something the way eBay divides their accounts into two different categories. So they say if you are a private seller, that means you are trying to sell something which you have previously used, you no longer need it, and you are trying to get rid of those items. You didn't buy that item just to resell or make some profit out of it. That's what they consider a private sale. A business account for a business sale, you buy something which is used or you buy something which is brand new, regardless how much it's worth, that they ask you to open a business account. HMRC doesn't care if you have a private account or a business account. You need to do your tax returns, or if you qualify for, if you hit your VAT threshold, you need to do those already. So it will not make any difference whatsoever you sell from your private account or you sell from your business account. I think if we talk about IOSS number, I think this is the one eBay will take care of them, right?
Yes. So, Ali, if the goods that you're selling is less than 150 euro in when you're sending it to Europe, then you can just use eBay's IOSS number and just ship your goods there. If it's more than 150 euro, which I highly doubt it would be, but if it is, then whichever country you're selling to, you need to register for that country's VAT, unfortunately.
Alia is saying, is there any changes to sell in UK in terms of tax or bookkeeping? Any changes coming to the UK as well?
No, all the changes that came in came in on 1st of January 2021, which were quite a few changes, big changes. But the new changes being announced on 1st of July, they just relate to Europe, not UK.
Yeah, those from 1st of July. Another one also, this is like a European part of it. If a person who sells on Amazon, for example, in UK on Amazon FBA, they want to start selling in America or they want to start selling in Canada, what is the process for them?
It's so whenever you're trying to go into a new market or a new country, as they say, always remember that you have to follow the rule of the country that you're shipping your goods to. So if you're selling in US, you have to see what their requirements are. So they currently have they're quite relaxed in terms of the rules and imports and stuff. So just check what the rules are in US and Canada. But it's quite simple. But you cannot use your Amazon FBA. You will have to register for UK FBA, yeah, or the
Yeah.
EU FBA. You'll have to use the American FBA system for that, and for that you will need to send goods there and follow that whole process. And for that you will have to register for sales tax and all of that stuff in America and Canada.
So, do they have to register a LLC company in America to start with as well? They can't use their UK limited company to send the goods in America and trade it from there.
No, you can use your UK company. You just have to register for different elements, similar to what's happening in EU. If you're selling goods in EU, you don't have to register for a European limited company or something. You keep your UK limited company but register for VAT and rest of the things. Similar thing will happen in America as well. You register for their tax systems, but not a separate company there.
So the tax system, the thing is like many sellers, they come, many new sellers comes to account as well, and they ask me many bookkeeping and tax and accounting related questions all the time. And because Taimur is a qualified accountant and he is here as well, uh, just to okay, so this is something we discuss with the EU or selling internationally as well. uh, a lot of people who sell in the UK, they always ask me this question: what is the best scenario for me? Either I open a limited company or I just be a sole trader, just sell under my name as well. So if you can just highlight a little bit what are pros and cons for both and what's the best option for the people who are thinking about it.
Sure. Yes, I completely agree. That's one of the most common question asked. Even my clients always keep me asking, should I now register for limited company or just keep myself as sole trader? Look, sole trader is very easy in terms of paperwork, doing your tax returns. It's very consistent. On 31st of January each year will be your return time, and it's one of the most straightforward processes basically. But it's good if you're initially starting, as you don't have to do too much paperwork, and it's very private. No information is public, right? With limited company, it's more financially beneficial, but the difference only is reflected when you're big enough. It's a lot of more paperwork, and it's slightly public as well because a lot of your information is public in terms of how much profit you've made and your addresses and stuff. But limit company is good in terms of growth of your business, because a lot of lenders, investors will trust limited company over your sole trader. You have a lot of other options in terms of tax, like you can get other people involved into your business and pay them salary, take out dividends, which is a less tax rate item, and quite a few other things. So as an overview, sole trader is simple, easy, slightly more expensive, but straightforward. When you grow, register yourself for limited company, more paperwork, more complicated, but a lot more tax efficient.
Yeah, that's another thing is also a liability side of it as well. So I had a friend of mine who actually been sued by their customer, and it's a real story. They sell an iPhone. They sold a plug, and the plug actually exploded inside the customer house, and he was a sole trader as well. So that's what you have to keep in mind, because if something like this happen and you are trading under your name or you are a sole trader, then all the liabilities on you, where the limited company, where you form another identity in order for you to do the business, so all the liabilities are going to be on a limited company. So that's something you also have to keep in mind. uh, some you Other than bookkeeping or accounting, you can ask any question as well, so that's fine. uh, Ali is asking, how hard would you say it is to make 100 a day on eBay? Is it possible? Of course, it is absolutely possible to make 100 pound on eBay. It's not something which is impossible to do. And when somebody asks me how hard or how easy it is, it's easy as leaving a bed in the morning. So this is something you will have to answer to yourself. How much do you struggle to leave a bed inside in the morning? Is it easy for you to leave a bed in the morning? What I mean to say by that is, it you need to stay consistent, and there will be some items obviously in the beginning that you're gonna struggle really hard to get good amount of sale. But over the period of time, if you stay consistent and you keep on doing it, you will make 100 pound a day as well. Just to give you some reference here, when I started selling, I probably made £100 in 6 months. I'm just giving you one example here. In the beginning, I just probably made £100 in 6 months. Obviously, I had a job and on the side as well, and that might not be case for you. You might be a quick learner as well. You will be. I mean, I was doing this one just for a part time, just as a hobby as well. This is something, as I said, you just have to be consistent and learn the things day by day. But in the terms of having possible or impossible, of course it is possible. If somebody is making already £100 a day, why can't you make £100 in a day from eBay as well? So that's always tell people to do. Yeah, it's here as well. Stock just say I make £100 in a day when I put my mind to it as well. So you see, that's this is where they are saying. Uh, Alia again is saying, I've been struggling. Is a one training that I feel that no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to regularly make money. So making consistent amount of Taimur, what do you think of in the business? Like, I mean, Do you think businesses should be making, or businesses do make consistent amount of money over the period of a year?
They do. Look, there are ups and downs, definitely. There are
Yeah.
things like seasonalities and your product understanding of it and your product marketing's demands and all that. But you can make consistent money, and that's where what we are trying to do at Awesome as well. So for earlier, so for example, similar to your situation, what we're trying to create is rather than just doing your basic bookkeeping and accounting, we provide you with information like management reports, budgeting, and forecasting. Let's say you start today and you budget that this is where you need to be in next 6 months or next year. You write down the whole financial situation that you think you should be doing, and you follow that consistently, and that helps you to keep a tab on what's happening and where you see yourself. You budget yourself for seasonalities, you budget yourself for ups and downs, and that helps you focus on that. And when you are really focused on very specific things, you know exactly how changes are affecting you and how can you change to affect those changes. So a lot more planning and a lot more understanding is required, and budgeting and forecasting will help you with that. And that's what we are trying to automate the whole basic process, like the recording transactions and reconciling items, so that we can now start providing valuable information for you to be consistent on your books. But I have tons of clients on e-commerce that I've seen making consistent money for a very long time, and this is now their life basically.
Yeah, just to add a little bit here as well. For me, I have a minimum threshold. Like, this is this much money I should be making per month. Like, that's my minimum. And I left my job because I was making this much money consistently every month. But there are some months, like for example, I don't work in October every year. I done in 2020 because I couldn't really go anywhere for holidays or anything like that. But my sales in October is really, really bad because people are saving up for the Christmas. They are going to spend the money on a Christmas. But the Christmas season, the Black Friday season, and Amazon Prime Day seasons are something where I make up for all the loss that I probably will be making in October as well. So overall, I always give this example. I say, not all the Tascos, wherever they are profitable. As a business, you will have to see how much money you're making from all the items in general. As a business, how much money you're making from there as well. So this is something you have to keep in mind. Sarfaraz is saying Amazon may buy your product to sell globally. Amazon announced it few days ago. Is it an opportunity? Uh, so what Amazon does sometime as well, if you are selling a product on Amazon, Amazon add themselves as a seller of that product. And when somebody order from you, when somebody order from Amazon, they place the order from you. So in other words, just to make it simple, Amazon will do some kind of drop shipping, and they do this all the time. If you're a seller on Amazon and you have a private label product, sometimes they add themselves. When they add themselves, they do this in a two different scenarios. So either they just start selling their own product similar to yours, or they're buying a product from you and then they are selling it further as well. In that case, they do it internationally and they do it globally. They do it locally as well. It's a hit and miss, really. Taimur, you wanted to add something here?
Yeah, so I was just saying on that, all these new rules of iOSS and OSS, legally, what will happen is that you will be technically selling your goods to Amazon, and Amazon will be the deemed supplier and selling it to the local customers. So I think what you've heard is that's what it is specifically. That when you're selling goods to Europe and it's less than 150 euro, you're using Amazon's iOSS number that makes Amazon the buyer of your goods, and then Amazon sells it further down, and Amazon charges VAT and all of that stuff. So technically, that's how it's panning out. It's your product at the end of the day, but legally, Amazon has to buy it from you to sell it to the Europe.
uh, Apple 255 is saying, I'm thinking of starting either Amazon FBA or eBay dropshipping. Which one do you think would be easier to start in terms of dealing with VAT, tax, and new rules, etc.? So for both of them, you will obviously have to do your tax return, your VAT, and everything. You will have to deal with all those kind of things as well. But I can talk to you in the terms of where you will be able to scale your business and where you will be able to make more money. In effect, that's what people are trying to do when they are selling something online. Uh, Drop shipping is something which is like easier to start, but it's not something you can scale it and make, I would say, a good profitable business out of it. And the reason I say that because once you start drop shipping, there are many people who are doing drop shipping as well. So for example, they are buying something from AliExpress, they are selling it to Amazon, or they're selling it to eBay. And the amount of time which it takes to get the things delivered from China to UK or US, wherever, uh, it's a lot. Like minimum it is 10 days now, where you have something on the other side, which is Amazon FBA or Amazon Prime, where you order something 9 o'clock at night and then it gets delivered next day before 3 o'clock. So buyer are willing to pay more money in order to get the things delivered uh, as fast as they can. That's why the services like Uber Eats or services like Deliveroo or all those things, I mean, the consumer behavior is going towards on demand kind of things. They want something now and then, right there, whenever they order it as well. So in those terms, it is very hard to do and make some money out of drop shipping as well. I always people tell me, Zen, you are anti drop shipping, because I done like probably 5 6 videos on explaining it's not worth your time doing it. The only problem is the barrier to entry once you're doing a drop shipping is very low, because you don't need a lot of investment, you don't have to deal with inventory, you don't have to deal with the products. And that's what somebody will tell you who is selling a course. And I don't sell a course. I don't have this like make it look so easy for you, so I will have to make you sign up for some kind of course or master class, which will I have to later charge you for those kind of things. But that's why I always say, look, it's even the drop shipping is not easy as somebody will tell you. Making money online or making money in life, it's not simple as some people will say. But at the same time, I will say it's not impossible to do it. With the right strategy, with the right approach, you can do it. And there are many people out there could make good amount of money from it as well. Taimur, would you like to add something on this?
No, I completely agree with what you're saying. I think in terms of VAT and tax and the new rules, I'll simply say drop shipping is a lot more easier because all the new rules of less than 150 euro, the import IOSS and all that. But easy always does not mean rewarding. You sometimes have to take risk to be more rewarding. And as Zen said, that if you're using Amazon and Amazon FBA, people love that. I would pay the extra £5 and get my item delivered today, then wait for another 10, 20 days. So for that, you will have to go to different countries and register for their VAT and do the paperwork. But with the new rules, that is getting much easier as well. So don't think about the easy, just think about what's more beneficial for your brand and your business.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, Taimur, you deal with like a lot of Amazon sellers, obviously. And do you think is anyone who started recently, either on eBay, Amazon, or Shopify, and they're able to make good amount of money from it as well? Like anybody just started recently?
Yes, look, I've been doing this for almost year and a half now, the e-commerce specifically. And I've seen, I have so many clients. We have hundreds and hundreds of clients now. And I've seen so many examples where someone was doing an eBay business. I think they're selling, electronic gadgets. They left their job. They're now doing this full time, and you know, it's half of their actual job time. I know people who are literally doing baking from home, and now they've almost hit 1 million now. So I know a lot of businesses who've just recently started, and we have grown with them. So we saw them initially when they were just making a few hundred or a few thousand. Now they're making few hundred thousands, and it's just beautiful and crazy to see how e-commerce can change people's life.
Somebody said earlier, is it live? And all the kind of technical glitches happen when you are live. And all of the sudden, my mouse has actually stopped working. So I can't really move anything on the screen at the moment. But I can obviously, the stream is going and I can read the question as well. I won't be able to highlight it if my mouse comes not come back. Okay, so Sarfaraz is saying Amazon had a video call with me and offered to enroll in Amazon Launchpad program. Will they charge extra 5% extra to promote my products? What's your suggestion? I'm not really sure about what's the Launchpad program is. I will have to look into it more.
Um, I know a little bit, Zen. So the Launchpad product is
Yeah,
where
sure.
you're introducing something new, which can be. So what Amazon does is that introducing new sellers or new products, they encourage you, and then they put you into the Launchpad section of their Amazon, and they charge you an extra fees for that. It's good, specifically for the people who are looking to buy something unique. The Launchpad is basically that's what it is for. Um, and the extra promotion for all of your goods is always good. Look, initially when you start a business on e-commerce, wherever you get a chance to promote your products, do that. Because like I felt this myself. eBay has restrictions. When you start a business on eBay, you have to hit certain numbers of sales or number of orders. Then only you can start promoting. They charge you a bit of a fees for it, but without that promotion, I struggled. So if you're getting this opportunity, avail it. If it doesn't work, see what are the exit options, but don't be afraid of spending a little bit more money just to see what the new market would look like to you.
Uh, my computer is really doing me a favor now, I think. Uh,
And then I can go up to
I
the questions, and I can probably try to
I
read them.
closed. Yeah, you won't be able to highlight it. I'm actually reading a question in my mobile now, so I will be able to read them from here. That's not really a problem. Uh, the Keep on Gaming is saying my question was an answer. I'm not really sure what was your question at the
I have a
first place.
question. I have this question in front of me, so let me try to read that. So, I
While,
want to
while
buy. Yeah, sorry.
sorry, while you do that, I'm just gonna quickly change the batteries in my mouse, and you can take the question and take it from there.
Good stuff. So keep on going. Keep on gaming is saying, I want to buy goods from Alibaba and wholesale suppliers. What software do you recommend for doing product research before selling it on eBay? So I'm not specifically an expert on product research and market. That's mainly Zen's forte. But what I've heard is um, there are quite a few softwares out there, and I think the one that we very commonly use and most of my clients use is called Gorilla something. Zen, I would need you on this.
Yeah.
Product research.
So for Amazon, I highly recommend. So if you are trying to do the product research for both eBay and Amazon, the only software which will work with both of them is Keepa. It's called Keepa, KEEPA as well. That's the software I highly recommend. Another thing which I highly recommend if you're starting on eBay and Amazon is another software which called Osome. They will help you to do your bookkeeping and do your accounting at the same time. And the link for that is inside the description. And for Amazon specifically, the software called Zeek Analytics is only work with eBay. Sorry, for eBay, Zeek Analytics, it will be something you can look into it. And also for Amazon, Helium 10, Jungle Scout, both of them works really well with the with Amazon. So for eBay, Zeek Analytics, or for eBay, if you have a store subscription, you have an eBay Tira Peak built inside the eBay, which is their own product research software, which is like I use it and I personally think it's good enough. Like I don't need more than that. And on the Amazon, Helium 10 is great. I personally use Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is really great as well. But if you are looking for a paid solution which will work with both of eBay and Amazon, and also I think on AliExpress as well, then Keepa is the software which will really helpful. Another thing which I like to add is another thing which I like to add rather than think everybody have their own kind of requirements, so all the softwares have some kind of free trial. Go for free trial first and then see it is something that you can use it personally from there. Sarfaraz is saying, can I have a awesome t-shirt? Just put the ad send me I don't really read my private messages on Facebook. Put your address, send me the, and we will send you one. That's I can do that. Uh, Thank you so much. I hope my mouse will come back now. I changed the batteries. No, it's not.
Nice.
It's not coming back. Okay, so the thing is, until my mouse won't come back, I can't end this stream as well. Like, there is no way I can end this live stream without moving this mouse. Even I switch my computer off, the StreamYard is a cloud-based system, so it will hold my stream. It will keep going. So I will have to switch it off, switch it back on, just to turn off the stream as well. But luckily, this doesn't move. It's not moving. But luckily, no. Oh, wow. As they say, you have to have a backup with you. I have another mouse actually. Yeah, this is working.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I had two mouse. Look, sometime this is an Apple mouse who gave up on me. It's not working. And I have a cheap mouse which I probably bought from Mazda, and I keep it right here just to as a backup mouse. And this is working, and I think this one came back as well. The Apple one also came back. Sarfaraz, thank you so much for your super chat, and I will definitely Taimur, we will send him a shirt now.
I definitely will. So Zen, just let me know the details, and we'll definitely get that sent over.
Okay, Taimur, if you need to go, you let me know. That's not really a problem, so we can end this one because I just feel like I'm just probably just warming up, and we had a lot of more people joining to me. I actually missed a stream last week as well, so that's really the thing.
No, I'm not
Uh,
going to take any more accounting or tax or VAT
yeah,
related questions. So yeah,
any accounting, tax, or bookkeeping question that you have, just put them inside the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer those as well. Uh, Love Mason is asking any suggestions to get more sales. Okay, you didn't put the platform, and I will start with eBay. Suggestions to get more sale. First of all, you really have to figure out why you are not getting sales. That's the first part. And to do that, you have to go inside your Seller Central. You said eBay, thanks for that as well. So you have to go inside your Seller Central, and there are two things I want you to see. First of all, how many views you are getting on your listing. I personally, this is my personal opinion based on the data I have seen in my eBay account over like last 9 years now. I think even your product is really bad, it should get at least 100 views within 1 month. That's minimum. Like you should get those 100 views. If you're not getting 100 views within 1 month, what you have to do is there is a problem with your title, because title is something which will bring the traffic over to your listing, and then the buyer will click on your listing if your pictures are good. So if first of all, see what your views are. If your views are not good, change the title, tweak it a little bit. I have on my channel, there's a video, and the title for that video is "Titles Are Keeping You Small." That's the title for that video. So look for that video where I talked about the how to really optimize your title. When I say optimize your title, optimize them for search and discovery, because it's all algorithms who will put your items inside the search, either on the first place or second or third. You need to give enough information to algorithms so they can really put your listing at a better place where you get the sales as well. If your views are really down, then change the title. But if your views are good and your click-through rate is not good, now click-through rate is something you have to really keep in mind, because a lot of people, when I talk about this and I say minimum your click-through rate has to be 10%, and they say, Zen, my click-through rate is 50% or 100%, but still I'm not getting any sales. You need to compare your click-through rate with the number of views you get as well. So if you get obviously only one view and that person decided to click on your listing, obviously your click-through rate is going to be 100%. So means if the 100 people visit your listing, at least 10 people should click on that listing as well. That's like a minimum as well. But if your views are good and your click-through rate is not good, then my friend, you have to work on your pictures, because the buyer look at your price after when they click on your pictures. If your pictures are really appealing, then obviously people come and they visit for that as well. So this is something you also have to keep in mind. Fix those two things, and then they come back and then report to me and see. I think for most of the people, it will fix the problem. But if you are still not getting a lot of sales, then you have to see your inside your analytics, inside your data, and then make a wise decision according to that. Apple 225 is saying, can I request for awesome free tax consultation even though I haven't started a business yet? Taimur?
Yes, definitely. Look, this is why we are doing this. So, um, please call Awesome on behalf of Zan, or use one of the links and book a consultation in, and I'll be more than happy to take the call on. We also do something like, if you're really new or you haven't started your business yet, we'll give you, I think, a month or two free, and so that you get that service, get your business running, and by the third month, hopefully, you have some sales, and then you can start paying us. So we have quite a few offers that are on table at the moment, and you can achieve all of those through Zan. So please feel free to get in touch.
Yeah, so if you get £100 off if you use the link inside the description, or if you go to awesome. So the way it works here, I will explain you a little bit of process as well. So you click on that link, and then it will take you to the page where you book a free consultation call. So you put your name, you put your phone number, and then you put your email address as well. Anyone from the Awesome team will contact you, take your questions, see what you need, and then they will suggest you something. So I think all the clients comes with a free consultation, no strings attached as well. If you think, okay, this is what you need, this is the package for you. And I think your packages are also based on where the seller is at the moment. So if you are making less sale, then obviously they have a different package for you. If you're making more sale, obviously they have a different package for you as well. You are more than welcome to use the link in the description. That will give you £100 off, because that's like comes through my reference. Or you can just go straight to awesome.com. I mean, it's your preference at the end of the day. The next one is saying Christian. I was going to say Christian. Christian is saying how to bring the goods from Asia to UK. So mainly people buy the things from China. So I will see how to buy the things from China and bring them to the UK as well. Taimur, you done that recently, right?
Oh yes, I've personally done that recently from Alibaba as well.
Explain your experience. Like how did you do it?
It was very easy, to be honest. I think the difficult part was to find the good, relevant supplier. When that happened, it took me a few days to talk to a lot of suppliers. And when that happened, they gave me quite a few choices. Do you want to use DDP or DEP and all that stuff? So there are quite a few options, right? And it's very simple, having from personal experience. If you're a UK-based business and you're registered in the UK, then you will get the goods under your name and get the import VAT paid, and so that you can claim it later on when you are a VAT registered business. If not, then you can ask your seller's supplier, the seller in the Asia, Alibaba, to do the declaration on your behalf. You will have to probably pay them a little bit extra for the delivery of it. So the items that I
So,
bought.
sorry for the people who don't know what the DDP is, or who have to pay the import tax and how it works. If you can explain a little bit on that as well.
Yes, so there are two ways that they do shipment. One is where they will just ship the products to you and they will take the responsibility off. So the goods will come to UK and sit on the port. You will then have to do the custom declaration and pay the import VAT. The second one, which is I think that's DDP. The second one is DEP, I believe, where you speak to them and you say, "Can I will pay you extra on the delivery? Can you do everything for me?" And by then, what happens is the good comes to your house directly, and the supplier takes care of everything. Do bear in mind that when you're speaking to suppliers on Alibaba, they're sometimes not aware of this as well. I've experienced this. When I did the whole process and I finally bought everything, and I said, "Okay, can you please also make sure you do the customs?" They said, "Look, I don't know how to do that," and they spoke to their shipment company, and apparently they charged me another £35 extra. That can affect your gross margin as well. So always when you're going to through Alibaba, check with them what type of postage they provide. But there are two options that I just mentioned.
Yeah, so for if they don't do the custom declaration, when the things comes to the custom, depending on who is handling your shipment, either it's a Royal Mail or a UPS or whatever the logistical services they are using, they will send you a letter first to your house and they ask you to pay this import VAT, and then the goods will be released based on whatever the custom declaration they have done. So you don't have to really deal with anything. You get the letter, you go online, you pay that fees, and then the goods will be released. Or you can talk to your seller directly. Once you're buying something from your supplier from Alibaba, you ask them, can you do like a complete, like from their door to your door, no hassle in the middle? They obviously going to charge you extra for that. That's called DDP. Or if you want to do your own custom declaration, that can be cheaper sometime, and I always prefer that option. The goods comes to the custom in UK, and then you get the letter from for me mainly it's UPS, and then you go online, you pay that, and then the shipment comes to you as well. And that VAT that you're going to pay, which we call it import VAT, you can claim that VAT back if you are a VAT registered. That's what the Taimur is talking about. Obviously it's your expenses, which you can offset against the sales VAT, which is a bit complicated stuff to explain here. uh,
Zen, I believe the majority of the remaining questions are only for you, because they're mainly about how to sell on eBay, because you're the expert there. So if there
yeah.
is nothing else for me, I'll probably will have to go and see you next, or whenever we meet.
So before you go, can you tell again a little bit about yourself and what the Osome is? And the link is obviously inside the description, and then we will kick you out.
Happy to go out. Look, I have been an e-commerce specialist accountant for year and a half now, and I've done a very extensive research on e-commerce itself, mainly from the accounting and tax perspective. Look, when COVID hit, how did it affected e-commerce businesses? When Brexit happened, I've done probably 20 videos and webinars and presentations on how to still continue trading, and I'm doing the same for EU as well. So my personal experience, understanding, and my work is all related on how to continue being a awesome e-commerce seller, and still be tax efficient and accounting efficient, right? Where Awesome comes in, all of this is Awesome use all of this knowledge to build a product, an app that they have built, which helps you understand all of that quite easy. So, for example, you become an Awesome client, you get a chat system. It's like WhatsApp. It's so easy and so informal that you feel like you're talking to a friend, not an accountant, where you can literally message any time of the day and say, "Hey Taimur, can I get some advice on this?" And you get a response within 24 hours. That's what we pride ourselves in, right? Um, all of that is available within the price. There's no extra cost for that. So you get a very friendly atmosphere and friendly advice through a system that Awesome has created. What happens at the background is Awesome has put tons and tons of resources in automating the whole process. So we log into your Amazon, eBay, and we gather all of your information and do your taxes and accounts. You don't have to worry about anything. We tell you exactly on step by step what you need to do and how you need to do. That's what Awesome has created as an app. And that's something unique. I've worked in accountancy firm for a very long time. Awesome is the first place where they're using technology to advance the accountancy, especially for e-commerce. So that's the whole package. And there are tons of other accountants in Awesome similar to me who have really good e-commerce knowledge who can help you on a daily basis.
Taimur, thank you so much. And the link is, by the way, is inside the description. You can start with a free consultation call. Taimur, thank you so much for your time. And we will see you next time when we need advice on the tax and accounting as well. Thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you everyone for your questions, and thank you for having me, Zen. Bye.
Thank you. So Taimur is out, and thank you so much, Taimur, again. Uh, if you have any question, I will go on for a little bit before I will get my dinner as well. Uh, we done how to bring the goods to the UK as well. I'm why I'm thinking not to list the premium private label products on eBay and just focus on Amazon and Shopify. Am I wrong? I think you are, Sir Faraz. I'm sorry to say that, because the reason is ecosystem at the end of the day. Because I can give a simple example. I buy from eBay and I buy from Amazon as well, but my wife does not buy from eBay. She only buy from Amazon. But most of the things which I need, they are pretty cheap on eBay. So if I need something, I buy from eBay. I buy less from Amazon. And there are many people who only buy from eBay. Shopify is obviously is not a marketplace. It's going to be your own website. So I'm not going to discuss that. That depends on how much money you gonna put in the terms of marketing or how you gonna market at the end of the day. But I would say, if depends on the product. If your products are appealing, and I think if you sell a private label product on Amazon, it is definitely appealing on eBay as well. So for example, when I say appealing, there are many vintage a craft kind of item which I don't recommend selling on Amazon, because Etsy is a good place for them. Or if you are selling some, let's say, like a pop culture kind of clothes, it would be best place would be a Depop to sell those kind of things as well. So I personally believe, like, and I'm a big fan, this is the way you actually diversify your income as well. So God forbid if something happened to your Amazon account, obviously you have a eBay as a backup as well, or something happened to your eBay account, you have a Amazon on a backup. So you really need to diversify your income. That's a good point. And also more eyes on your products. So I would say, by all means, sell on both of them. If a lot of people, they don't sell on eBay because of not having a good fulfillment option, but you can use the services like Hubo, if you are looking for some kind of fulfillment option. And there are many loopholes to actually do your eBay fulfillment through Amazon as well. So this is something you can also look into it. That's something I would recommend. Love Mason is saying, do you use sea shipping or air shipping to bring your goods from China? What do you use personally? I use both of them personally, and I tell you for which I use sea shipping and for which I use air shipping. Uh, Sometimes your products are very time dependent. Let's say iPhone 12 came out and I made a recent video about iPhone wireless charger, and I made a video about uh, the other one was the key rings for both of them. Both of them are very time dependent product, and it is worth for me because first of all, look, air shipping is very expensive as compared to sea shipping. Both shippings are very expensive at the moment because the shipping price is really expensive at the moment, as compared to probably a year ago, or maybe not a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. The shipping prices are like almost 10 times higher the way they used to be because of all this COVID and all this Brexit kind of stuff. Uh, so if your product is really time dependent, it's worth for me to get that product as soon as possible because I want to be the first one or the early bird to sell that product. But sometime it's not worth for me. So for example, I sell mobile phone and accessories. Screen protectors are something it's not worth for me to get them through air shipping. They are very heavy when they combine together. The cost of shipping is very high. Also, the cases as well. I would rather wait and order them well in advance, and I use sea shipping for those as well. So I use both of them personally. That's what I personally do. Okay, let's go on to next question. Colum is saying, how big would a business have to be before thinking of using something like Osome? I think like you should. So Osome is obviously is a bookkeeping services or your tax return services as well. So if you do your tax return through your accountant, for example, you will have to pay your accountant. It's not about being big or small. Obviously, it's a legal requirement for each and every person to do your tax return. So if you are have, I give you one example here as well. If you do your tax return with your accountant, depending on how much time it will take for your accountant, normal charges will be probably around £1,000 for an accountant, 600 to £1,000. That's what the accountant charges nowadays as well. But along with that, everything you sell, everything you buy, all the expenses that you're going to claim, you need to keep a record for each and everything. A lot of people use like an Excel sheet. You can write with a pen and paper, save your receipts and all those kind of stuff with that. That's in the words we call it bookkeeping. So bookkeeping and accounting, these two things, the way the Osome is, they are specialized in bookkeeping and tax returns as well for e-commerce sellers in particular. So what you do is they have an application and they have a software where if you have any expenses or anything, you simply take a picture and upload inside the application, and it link with your Amazon account as well. You can see your sales, everything just comes straight inside the app. You don't really have to do a lot of manual work to do it. So if you combine the cost of, let's say you buy a software for bookkeeping, or and you have an accountant to do your tax return at the end of year, it can be expensive sometime as well. So having both thing at one place where you can talk to our accountant, like Taimur mentioned, like you messages, and then we can get back to you within 24 hours. And along with having a solution where you can do your bookkeeping at one place, this is something which is really going to help you. This is all at one place. Obviously, this is something like I personally recommend you guys do that, and the link for that is inside the description. And they do sponsor this channel as well. But overall, I love the concept. I love the idea, everything which goes into it. Uh, then how long is a sea shipping from China to UK taking at the moment? Having a delays at the shipping ports has been resolved. Most of the there are not much delays on the shipping port at the moment. So within 40 days, I will say, the things will get delivered. That's like very average. Sometime it can be little late, or sometime it can be quicker as well. But that's average at the moment. Uh, Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I learned a lot from you. If you had a chance to meet you someday, it would be my pleasure. So if you go on my website, which is highzenshaw.com, there is an email address. So I live in Newcastle. I live in England. This is an open invitation to everyone. On the weekdays, I'm free after 5 o'clock, but I try my best to not have like a business discussion during those meetup. I just have like a social gathering, and those meetup just to free up our mind, your mind, my mind. So it title with the T, and then send an email and the email address you will find on my website, which is on highzenshaw.com. And that's also remind me, do you use Awesome personally? Yes, I do use it personally. That's why obviously I recommend it to you guys as well. Uh, I was talking about so on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, again at 7 how often do you do this Q&A? On every Sunday 7 p.m. I'm live to do this Q&A on every Sunday 7 p.m. This is a fixed time. I probably missed it once or twice ever since I started this channel. But on every Sunday 7 p.m. I do this live Q&A. And also on the top of that, I do very casually sometime. So those are not, but this is something which I not miss. But I do casual Q&A often as well. I'm based in Italy. That's why I was saying, where are you based in Italy? But I actually visit Italy a lot as well. My in-laws, my wife is from Italy, so and I have a lot of family living in Italy as well. So that's the thing. Sheikh Hamza just become a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Sheikh Hamza, for becoming a channel member. Uh, you will be able to see the link for our private Facebook group. Send your request and become a member for private Facebook group as well. Inside the Facebook group, you will find the list for the suppliers. You will find a lot of messages, templates as well. You will find a lot of tons of information is there, and step-by-step guide how to sell on eBay is complete there as well. Make sure once you request to join the group, you fill in all the details on your way in as well. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member again. Uh, I missed some kind of question here. Is it worth to open a business account when I have been selling on eBay using a personal account? I get 20 to 40 orders per month as well. So it's something you will have to look. First of all, some personal account, on some private account, a lot of sellers have the allowance for free listing. Let's say normally when you list something on eBay, they charge you 30p for it, plus VAT. But a lot of private account, a lot of personal account, they have the free listing allowance where they don't have to pay 30p. If you don't have that allowance and you are paying to list the item on eBay, then obviously private account are very limited in the terms of how many items you can sell in a month, and there is a limit for that. As soon as you're going to upgrade to the business account, the limitations will go up as well. So definitely once you are getting 20 to 40 order per month, which is not bad, honestly, I truly believe if you're a new seller selling on eBay, 20 to 40 orders per month is a very, very good start. And I recommend, if you are thinking about taking this more seriously, I will upgrade it, and then I do the things in a proper way, which will make more sense as well. Uh, Prices from China are too much now. Would believe I paid 15,000 for a container last week, which is very expensive price at the moment. And again, I said the prices from China are really really high for the things. Mudassir is saying, thank you so much for your information. Mudassir, you are welcome there. Colin is saying, this is my first Q&A, been worthy already, so much information. Thank you so much, Zan. So on every Sunday 7 p.m. we do this live Q&A right here as well. You can come and ask any questions, any questions. Sometimes I have a guest with me, most of the time I don't have a guest with me, so I'm alone doing this Q&A most of the time. No question is big, no question is small, no question is stupid. That's what I always say. If you sell online on any platform, or you have any question in general about making money online, I'm more than happy to answer those as well. Zen, can you do a video on a process of selling an item using an Amazon FBA, like sourcing an item, packing and adding a barcode, etc.? I made a full plan, like a step-by-step plan, from creating an account to product research to applying a barcode to sending your products to Amazon FBA, running a PPC campaign on it. What's the best way to do all those? I am fully, like, completely doing that, but only thing is, it's just laziness. I'm not gonna give you any excuse. Like, honestly, it's just laziness, which is you know so my plan is, when I start a full Amazon series, I need to finish it from the start to finish. That's like a full plan about it. But like, if I be completely honest, it's just the laziness, really. That's what keeping me back, nothing else. The barcode as well. But if you have any question and you are struggling at some particular step, I would definitely answer. Just put the question inside the comments. Okay. One more things which I would mention here. On Tuesday, exactly at 7 p.m., we are doing a webinar. So the webinar is with the Dan Rogers. It's another YouTuber. He have like tons of video about Amazon FBA, and anyone, like, I really really like the way he explained the things, and he really take his time to explain the things. So if you're looking for information to sell on Amazon FBA, I highly recommend you check out his channel. And he will be inside the event. Also, we have a Mike, we have a Florin, we have Shemi as well. Shemi is about print and demand, and also Amazon FBA. Mike is about eBay reselling as well, and also Florin is about Amazon and eBay selling as well. So we have a master class which is free. It's not paid. Again I says, it will be e-commerce master class, tips and advice from e-commerce sellers. Let me put the topic. This is where you can register, which is a completely free event, by the way. It's not paid or anything. It will be Tuesday, 7 o'clock UK time, that will go live, and you can register at highzensha.com /events. That would be going live again. You will be able to ask the question from me, and there are tons of other experts in the panel. You will be able to ask questions from them as well. This is the topic. I put the topic inside the chat as well. You will be able to register it here. It's completely free. And that's the topic. So if you will be interested, this is another event that we are doing on Tuesday, where it's not only me who will be there. There will be many other experts there as well. Another also, we hit 7,000 subscribers for this channel. I would like to really thank each and every one of you again for someone who subscribed to this channel. And on the top, a really, really special thanks to uh, every channel member. Every channel member. We have a Colin Smith inside the chat. We have a Sheikh Hamza inside the chat. We have a Love Mason inside the chat as well. A big shout out to all of you guys who've been Sarfaraz inside, always sending his love with the super chat. All the people, we had a Carol inside the chat as well. She is a channel member as well. Also, did I mean, we had around many channel members at the moment who went extra miles to support me. They went an extra mile to support this channel, and it's really a big sport. It's just $3.99 a month, and in exchange you get tons of value. Like inside the Facebook group, you can come anytime you make a post, ask me a question. I'm more than happy to answer you guys there as well. But this is beyond. I don't know how to say thanks for to every channel member as well. And this is the way like I can really keep going, and it's really motivate me as well at the same time. That the people who obviously everything is free. I put it out on the YouTube here. I mean, I'm not selling any courses or anything like that, but at the same time, to keep on going, there are the costs for equipment. There are many other costs, and also the time which normally I spend here. So the people who decide to really support me with with their hard earned money, and I can't be thankful enough to them as well. So uh, for the channel membership, there is a join button. You can become a channel member. This is a $3.99. You will see the badge, like a Carol have a badge on the front as well, and also the Colin, he have a badge as well. I really keep a close eye to the channel member questions inside the chat, and also there is a private Facebook group for each and every one channel member as well. And along with every other person, like the Mudassar is saying as well, for every other person who take their time to watch when I go live or when I publish a video, or they decided to take action to subscribe to this channel, which means also a lot to me as well. Uh, so thank you so much to each and every one of you. Next time, Sunday, 7 p.m., I will be here answering your question. And along with that, I'm very consistent in publishing a video on the YouTube. So if you have, you will be watching obviously tons of videos on the YouTube as well. Again, the link for the Osome is inside the description. If you have any tax or bookkeeping related questions, or you are looking for accountant for your e-commerce business or bookkeeping solution for e-commerce business, thank you so much again to Osome to sponsoring this video as well, and also thanks to Taimur again. And I will see you next Sunday, 7 p.m. right here as well. Thanks to each and every one of you. I will see you next Sunday.